I will start by making the center of the flower, and I will be using 2 strands of yarn. Going around my fingers and making magic loop. If you don't know how to do magic loop, watch out. As simple as that. Insert your hook into this loop, picking the yarn, and with this loop I'm making chain 1, and this will secure my magic loop. This is it. And now I'm making 5 single crochets into this loop, I'm making it with 2 strands of yarn. I want the middle of my flower to be chunky and puffed up. I know there are different ways to do this, but I wanted to make this as easy as possible. Slip stitch in the first single crochet. We are connecting. Don't worry if it curls inside, that's what I want. Chain 1 to secure this last stitch and cut the yarn. Pull, tighten. Then I will take my tapestry needle to secure those ends. Sometimes I'm using the hook, but today I've got my trusty needle handy. I will be using that one. And now I can cut. I'm collecting those ends because this is little preview of my next video. I'm making this lovely little chunky bunny, and it will be the stuffing. If you want to see my bunny, please keep tuned, subscribe to my channel. So this is what we've got at the moment. Now we need to turn this the other way around, like this. You can use your hook. Shape it out, and this is your puffed up middle of the flower. And you've got 5 single crochets. When you look close to your stitches, you may find 6 stitches. Let's have a look. Because when you did slip stitch in the first chains, in the first single crochet, it kind of created 2 stitches. If you count this carefully, this is the one that I was connected to. It's my first single crochet. If we mark this, let's have this. If this one is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, well, I've counted quite a lot. So you believe me, when you look close at it, you will find 6 stitches, in case you want to make 6 petals. I believe that 6 petal flower will look great. Then I will have my single strand going from anywhere you want, touching the yarn. I will be making 3 chain stitches, and then it will be 1 bobble. Yarn over into the same stitch, pick the yarn, pull up a loop, long one in the size of this chain 3, going 1, 2, 3, and once again 4. Try to make them the same size. This one I just picked from the inside. So I did it 4 times, yarn over, and it should be 8, and my initial chain, it should be 9 stitches, but we can't count it. If you want to make it even puffier, do it once again, like this. 5 times I went through, yarn over, getting it through all together, chain 1 to secure this last stitch, and chain 3. Then will take us to the base. This is the stitch we were using. I'm going to the next stitch. You can go to the same stitch and then slip stitch to the next one, but I will minimize the work. That's why I'm going to the next stitch straight away, making a slip stitch, chain 3, and we will be making the same pattern for the petal, and we will create the petal into this stitch, the same as slip stitch, the same as our chain. Long stitch, 2, 3, 4, and I'm making 5. Secure and chain 3, and now I'm going to the next stitch. So if you just pull, you will see that this stitch and that one is next one. Push the flower forward, that's the chain kind of behind, make slip stitch and repeat 3 chain stitches, yarn over into the same stitch, making 5 long stitches, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over, going through. Have I done 5 or 4? Not sure. Okay. Secure. 1, 2, 3. Now pull, check your stitches, find your next stitch, going into the next stitch. Push the petal forward, make slip stitch, and repeat. through, secure, and 3 chain stitches. Find your next stitch, pull, have a look, where is it? Over there. If you make 5 petals instead of 6, that's no problem. If you make 7 petals instead of 6, that will be absolutely fine. So don't worry about if you miscalculate your stitches, if you make 2 petals in one, if you can. That will be just great. All flowers are different. It's never ever the same. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Voila. And those little flowers we're gonna make today with children in a primary school for Mom's Day. I've got a little note, so if children can make it, and I believe we can, then anyone can make it. If you put a little bit of effort into this. I've got one more stitch, and it is my 6th petal. You see, like this it looks slightly messy, so you push your stitch forward and the chain backwards, kind of rearranging it. Let's make one more petal, and then we will make the loop. Then I can secure this into the same stitch or into the next stitch. I might go to the same stitch and making slip stitch. Then I will cut the yarn and leave the tail. Look, I will leave a good enough tail that I can make a loop maybe that goes in the car as a car hanger. So I just pull this one, my chunky middle, my chunky petals. Gosh, hopefully it's seen. The day is so sunny. So there it is. I want to take this yarn on the other side of my flower first of all. And then I need to go on top of this petal. Like this. And then I will making the loop. I think that's good enough. And then you need to secure this and make a knot, make a, don't know, a bow or anything you prefer, anything you like. I will just make a knot to secure, and then take this end inside. I want to take this down, somewhere down, downtown. So open your flower up, find your stitches from the middle part. Maybe it's easier to use the needle, if I can find it. So this one I will take all the way down to my yellow bits. Of course you can attach keyring if you want to this. If your end is very short, I'm not going forward, it's not comfortable, I will do it like this end forward. Just tuckle it in and then again rearrange your little flower. Ta-da! And this type of flower will be if you use 2 strands of yarn. With the middle it is like chunky middle, and this flower I was working with 1 strand of yellow, and those puffs were with 4 times yarn over. So this one is slightly chunkier, but as I said, no flowers are the same, they all different. So happy crocheting and thank you for stopping by. Check my other videos, subscribe to my channel, and let's be friends.